Okay, we have actually. Why is this like a tradition? It is like a tradition to have this microphone off every single time I start the stream. It's like, why does it keep happening? Let's see who has come forth to the chat. Zon Hobgoblin, waiting in anticipation and going insane. And now he's gone, he left. He's no longer here because the anticipation pretty much made him escape this hell. This hell in which we will explore the GMan Genesis. What? Okay, thank you, Zong Hobgoblin. It's like you last time you said it's anything but the 7-hour war, and now what do? You're contributing for this to be everything but the GMan Genesis. Hey, always been here though. He's always in the shadow. Thank you, man. Now I have to update the beans for February. It's like we're never gonna start. Oh, it's pounds, so it's even more. How many more? I'll put $6 because the dollar is losing value every day. Oh my god. I just have to click on this thing. Boom! Boom! What are you doing, man? What's the... Chad, I'm sorry, I can't even start the bloody stream to explain what we're gonna be talking about. No, he wants to do it again. No. If you do it again, we'll never reach the middle. Never. It's impossible. And Big D becomes the explosive D. What is GMan Genesis, right? GMan Genesis is pretty much exploring the origins. It's exploring the GMan. Who the GMan potentially is. What he is set forth to do. Distraction? No distraction. Oh! So what he is set forth to do. Why he might be not only working for the Combine, but he might also be working for the Benefactors, and in turn be a double agent that has infiltrated this giant empire. First, we have to put the foundations of who the GMan is. Last time, people said that I look like the GMan. Zond Hobgoblin said, I was the GMan. I have fun out of me being GMan, but no, I am not the GMan. A pinky promise. No, Hempupman. No. Who are you gonna edit me into again? Is it gonna be the GMan? Is it me being making portal storms upon Earth? Is it going to be me twinkling with my fingers and thinking about which suitcase I will bring to work today as I destroy whole planet? Which suitcase should I take with nuclear bomb in it? It's like Half-Life 3 is in the briefcase. It's always been there. It's been as a gift that we just had to open, but we could never reach his hands because his hands are incredibly versatile, yeah? You try to touch the GMan teleports you onto an island in Antarctica. What you gonna do about that, huh? You're gonna be in Antarctica on an island looking for Eskimo fish, and you're gonna find Eskimo because they all froze to death. That's what it is. Or maybe they didn't freeze to death, they died from heat temperature. Oh wait, there's no longer ice there. It's all sea now. It's all on the sea level. So you're a Robinson Crusoe on a tiny island that nearly has been submerged onto the bloody sea level. How about that? G-Man has a gun. Well, if you think about it, if Vortigons can repel the G-Man, then him having a gun is pretty overpowered. Because I doubt they're able to repel gunshots. So G-Man's last ability to defend himself is to bring out the gun and start shooting. Start shooting and whoever can be shot at. Look, a Vortigon. You're trying to repel my portal. I bring my shotgun from my suitcase. And shotgun go broof in Vortigon face. If he has a gun, then he maybe can kill his employee. Let me get my little notepad. So, the G-Man is seen as a god by many. He's like this god. He can teleport. He can punish people. He can make things happen. He's the master snake manipulator. He's a manipulator. Yeah? He makes things happen. In my opinion, he's not really a god. He's just a very intelligent being. He is no man. He is a shapeshifter. And yet, even as he has shape-shifted into a human, maybe he likes the form. We don't really know what he looks like when he's outside the bounds of Earth. Valve stated that nothing from Half-Life is canon or non-canon. Opposing Force and Blue Shift a third party. Even if they're third party, Valve pretty much allowed these developers to develop the game. And so they used the same assets and then they built assets on top of the world. And as we know, Valve kind of rushed Question. It's like there's the cockroach sound. Yeah, it's like cockroach sound around my monitors, and it's infuriating. It's like what are you shuffling? Shut up, monitor. Shut up. I don't know. It's like inside of it, probably something is buzzing. So Valve gave those companies, game studios, to make the game, and I kind of doubt they would say, here is the material, make a game out of it. They potentially observed what the lore was going to be created. They curated it. Sure, they didn't say outright, canon, but they pretty much published it alongside Half-Life 1, which in turn means that it unofficially is canon, and yet because they put it together with Half-Life 1 as expansion packs, it kind of is canon. The same thing could be said for any kind of games that Valve has taken from modders. It just makes it canon, and we keep building on top of that. Because if you think about it, they managed to get GMan voice lines in Opposing Force. But anyways, in Opposing Force, they have the actor for GMan making those voice lines, which in a way just makes it canon. And even if it officially doesn't, we make it canon. We take microphone and you throw it at the roach because that little bugger is just too loud for my ears to comprehend meaning and understanding. Cockroach NPCs had a lot of detail and features put into. Yeah, have you seen the cockroach AI? It's damn sophisticated. It's a sophisticated AI. And in Half-Life Decay, there's even a high definition model of a cockroach. I was like, you what? They made a high definition model of a cockroach. Cockroach is scuttering around floor. I take microphone and table and I fling it into the actions Valve undertook to get the voice actors to voice lines, to make voice lines for the GMan, the scientists and all that, makes it kind of canon. It's all canon because if it's in the game, then and Valve approved it. It's like making Valve approve something is incredibly straining. What about Half-Life 2 Ravenholm? It was an incredible project, and then they just discontinued it because who got time for that? We can't just discontinue all the lore because it's just a game. No, we are not gonna accept it. Who bought Star Wars? Somebody bought Star Wars, right? And they pretty much said, all of the lore before everything that happened in the comics or whatever, it's no longer canon because we said so. I don't think so. You playing little tricks? No. Cockroaches are canon. We will fight for it. We will fight for our little game in this world. Half-Life is best life. It's like there's so much little story actually written, and yet all of these surroundings of Black Mesa, all of the potential hazards, like scientists walking on ramps without any kind of railing, meanwhile there are giant generators on the side. That for me is canon, because Black Mesa is the worst facility to work at. It's the worst place on Earth you can be an employee at, because there's experimentation, alien creatures, aggressive military, special ops ready to destroy the whole facility at a moment's blink. Aliens, species from other dimensions who are interested in conquering Zen through Earth. In this case, the GMan, who has been sent by the Combine. And I kind of don't think he's been sent by his benefactors, because why would his benefactors send him to Earth to invade Zen so the Combine could go to Zen and then to Earth? You what? Why would they... What? Combine already wants Zen, so it's logical for the Combine to already have employed GMan who, by the way, is a double agent, I'll explain in a bit, to just infiltrate Earth. Gosh, why is this making so much sound? Okay, it's better. So why not just send GMan to Earth to infiltrate it, to make the resonance cascade happen, so Earth could be invaded by Zen, and then Earth retaliates against Zen and destroys Zen, so Combine can go to Zen and then go to Earth. Stonks! Oh! In one go! This is all there is to the stream, guys. Thank you for watching. I go to Cockroach Party. I mean, the Half-Life series is just a man stopping an alien invasion with bloody repaired. In a way, we have the theory that Gordon Freeman, it's all just this is Gordon Freeman's happy dream that he's the savior of Earth. And when he defeats Nihilanth and gets teleported through the portal, he actually wakes up and he's back at Black Mesa. And it's just an agonizing reality of disgusting screams, of loud rattling noises inside the walls, of very also loudly rattling cockroaches on the floor. It's Gordon Freeman's happy dream, that which is Half-Life. And the nightmare is pretty much the reality of Black Mesa. Science facility. No, research facility. Opportunist, the science facility. So GMan is sent to Earth, in my opinion, not by his benefactors. Also, of course, his benefactors are pulling strings, but by the Combine. GMan is working for the Combine! Because the Combine has interests in getting to Zen so they can take over its military, its alien species. It's crystals, because the crystals have incredible amounts of power capabilities, yeah? And so, how do they get to Zen when they have this big giant Nihilanth blocking them from entering? It's impossible. So they have to, they just can't teleport to that place because Nihilanth is blocking them. So they need to somehow infiltrate Zen. So they sent this incredibly powerful being that is the GMan, which is known to be, I think it was meant to be government man, because bloody hell, it looks like a government man. No, it's on Hobgoblin. The only thing that makes Half-Life is the cockroaches. This cockroach AI is beautiful. Actually, I was supposed to be pressing some key. Ha! Ha! So GMan is sent to Earth to infiltrate the government, which he does. In this case, push the government to let him go to Black Mesa, so he could push the facility, in this case Dr. Breen, to make stupid decisions, rash decisions. Because Earth already has been invading Zen slowly. They've been taking crystals. And they can use this very easily to create this resonance cascade and create the war that would potentially bring Zen down, bring Zen's defenses down. So in Half-Life, most of the times we see GMan talking with science members, trying to persuade them to do stupid things. And since he's authority, they can't really question. You see this guy? Hey, would you question this guy about anything? He's with a briefcase, suit that's hugging his body as if suffocating him. And he's there with unwavering confidence telling you, "We've got to launch resonator in test chamber at 150%. But we could only do 105. I don't care. I will fire you and throw you in sea. You go to prison if you do not comply. You are already doing unethical stuff. You think this will go by easily? This facility will get exposed, and you will all drown in your radioactive waste you've been pushing forth in your minds. I will not tolerate this insubordination." You're gonna say no to that guy? I wouldn't say no to that guy. I just fire myself. The problem is you can't really fire. You can't really leave the Black Mesa research facility once you're in there, because you just know too much stuff. What if GMan briefcase is full of dead cockroaches? Yeah. Oh god, this is an idea for a stupid video. What's in GMan's briefcase? You open briefcase and it's like these giant cockroaches, and they have guns, and they escape the briefcase and they start shooting people, and it's like you've just caused you've caused another type of invasion. and they keep multiplying, and they have more guns and more cockroaches with guns. And I think it makes more sense if he was sent by the Combine, because the Benefactors are definitely part of this Combine. And so they send him in. He disrupts things. He pushes for things to happen. They are already portaling into Zen. And he potentially sees the opportunity to destroy Zen's defenses, because Earth is kind of strong. They have the ability to cause a lot of damage. Of course, when the Zen invasion begins on Earth, it's a bit of a problem, a pickle. And I guess GMan sees that, because humanity is losing the bloody war. Humanity is supposed to crush Zen. Meanwhile, stupid animal creatures from Zen like boo squids and headcrabs are winning the war. You what? You what? You what? You have tank. You have tank. Tank shoot explosive round. How does boo squid beat tank? Are you insane? And so we got to the point where Zen invades Earth, but the plan was for Earth to defeat Zen, but it's not happening. And Earth is losing the war. So I guess GMan pretty much just helps Gordon Freeman out a lot along the way, because Gordon Freeman has a lot of potential. He's, as Hobgoblin said, he's using a stupid crowbar. A stupid crowbar. He's just having crowbar and walking around steel corridor, flinging it at Vortigon's faces. And he's still alive? You what? He survived Heku, Grunts, and you what? And so, since he sees potential in Gordon Freeman, he starts helping Gordon Freeman. He follows Gordon Freeman to look at his progress, to try and minimize the dangers that Freeman would face, so he could get Freeman where he wants him to be. Because the more you think about it, GMan is a very good manipulator. He's an incredibly good manipulator. He makes things happen. So Gordon Freeman didn't manage to just bulldozer. It's like he's driving the bulldozer. It's the Black Mesa bulldozer. And he's like driving it around the corridors and bulldozing boo squids and head crabs. No, Gordon Freeman has stupid tools and limited vocabulary. He's not even able to tell computer shut down, computer turn on. There is no voice recognition. Gordon doesn't speak. The only reason Gordon Freeman gets to where he gets to is because of the G-Man. Because G-Man supports him throughout the way. Not because, oh, please Gordon Freeman, I want you to succeed. No, it's selfish reasons connected to achieving what he's been sent out to do. If G-Man fails this invasion and Zen takes over Earth, then Zen becomes even stronger, and they cannot invade Zen, the Combine. So it's game over. G-Man fails with this invasion. His employers, whether that be the Benefactors or the Combine, are gonna grab big fish and start teaching him some lessons about life. All right, chat? And so, as we all know, spoiler alert if you haven't played Half-Life, what are you doing here if you haven't played Half-Life? I will tell you. I will teach you about the Half-Life. Freeman defeats big monster, big teleportation monster with thing in its pelvis. It's got like some metal platform in its pelvis. Zen is defeated. Gordon Freeman is deposited into a storage facility. Gordon Freeman is deposited into a storage facility until further notice. What happens after that is Zen is overtaken by the Combine. G-Man has done his job properly. They award him the Medal of Peace. Zen is invaded. Portal storms start occurring on Earth. Stupid Zen animals start teleporting around, like very cute headcrabs, of course, around Earth. Portal storms start disrupting the governments, and people start going to major cities. And now the G-Man has another job. Or does he really have another job? So now G-Man has the task to, in a way, stabilize Earth, because he's already infiltrated Earth, so he knows how things work, he knows how the governments work, what people are like. And of course, they're gonna give him the job. The Combine would give him the job to find a suitable a suitable face that would rule Earth, and that would be Dr. Breen. Dr. Wallace Breen. And G-Man puts Wallace Breen in charge. Well, he offers Wallace Breen in charge. He potentially advises the Combine on what to do as to discipline the remaining population, because he's already adept at understanding him. Of course, if we go with the theory that before the 7-hour war they sent spies in there, this becomes obsolete. But G-Man already has information about them. And I believe that the Combine pretty much was using him as well. And here is where it gets interesting. Because why would, if G-Man working for the Combine, then grab Gordon Freeman from stasis and say, "Arise and shine. I'm not saying you've been sleeping on the job, but you've been slacking for 20 years. Time to wake up." He sends Freeman to create chaos, which in this case is the Benefactors wanting to make power plays on Earth. Not on Earth. By causing the disruption on Earth, they want to make power plays somewhere else in the galaxy. And in this case is where G-Man is a double agent. But at the same time, he makes decisions that are not in line with his Benefactors or the Combine. For instance, saving Alex Vance. People told him not to waste his time, but he went against their judgment, their input. We don't know how many times G-Man has taken his own decisions. For instance, like with Corporal Shepard, taking him as well. He's just taking assets. And in a way, that is making him kind of an opportunist. He sees an opportunity, he's gonna grab it. He sees a better offer on the table, he's gonna potentially get it. We're not sure how much honor he has in himself, how much he abides by that. We don't know. He's really an opportunist. So G-Man takes opportunities all around him. We're not sure if he has honor. We are sure though that he potentially is this double agent, because you can't be sent to Earth to manage to disrupt Zen and take over Zen for the Combine, and then go against the Combine in Half-Life 2. This implies he works for both parties. This implies though that he potentially works more for his employers, the Benefactors, than for the Combine. By the way, chat, since last time there was nuts, this time there is beans. And I want to give shout out again to Zongtop Goblin for being awesome. And also to KOG, who is the biggest D yet unrivaled by anyone else. So, what have we established? We've established the basis of G-Man, who he is, what he does, why he's an opportunist, and why he potentially is a double agent. That's an interesting question. Jeb just asked if the Combine... Wait, they can. They can teleport forward, but they cannot teleport backwards. Yeah, but the Combine can teleport from place to place. So the Combine can... That's a good one. The question is, why would G-Man be working for the Combine if he can teleport forwards and backwards, while the Combine can only teleport forwards, not backwards? But that's the thing. Does G-Man really teleport backwards? Well, oh god damn it, this is a... Oh my god, what did you do? Jeb just shut me down. I have to think about this. Okay, let me distract myself before I figure something out. Mjolnir, you remember that episode? What do you think about Sewer Protection? It's a pretty damn good series. Pretty damn good. Craziest part is that it was fully created in the Source engine. It was a map. It wasn't Garry's Mod. It wasn't Source Filmmaker. It wasn't Paint dot whatever. It was made in the damn game. What? I can't even comprehend that. But there were no tools back then to make these kind of stuff, I guess. Damn, Ross Scott is crazy. He's pretty crazy in a good way. I kind of miss that but yeah. What's done is done. In a way, HOG, we've concluded that G-Man is a double agent. with some opportunism in between. The problem we can't tackle is the teleportation if G-Man is working for the Combine. Because if he's working for the Combine and being a double agent, is he able to teleport forwards and backwards? And if not, then why would he be working for the Combine? That's my major problem. Unless, hey, chat! I think I figured it out. What if the Combine didn't know that he could teleport backwards? Oh! Oh, boom! Boom! I figured it out. The Combine doesn't know he's unable to teleport backwards. They just think he can go forward. But since he's also working for these benefactors, who are pretty high tech, he's able to hide information from the Combine Empire and actually move around. And they don't know that. They don't know that. They think they're sending him to Earth and he's stuck there, but he's not really stuck there, is he? I figured it out. I figured it. I solved this on stream. It's like I'm just thinking about beans here, thinking about the beans, thinking about the nuts, and then I'm like, and all of the information just like it's like I put my head in a microwave. Don't put your head in a microwave, okay? And instead of getting lethal radiation, I got, well, it's still lethal. Lethal knowledge. Yeah, lethal. Lethal knowledge. Because this knowledge unraveled the secret of the G-Man. The G-Man. It's no longer the G-Man. It's not longer the mysterious man. It's no longer the elusive man. He is the transparent man. I figured it out. I solved him. I got him. I made him my oyster. I got the earth by the... Yeah.